This is life in the 1900s newspapers, where we read old newspapers from the 1900s. Today's newspaper is the Star and Sentinel from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We will be traveling back in time to 1909 today. It looks to me that people in the 1900s sure knew how to have a good time. Just look at these girls on the streets. Even these French soldiers knew how to hoof and twirl. Today's issue is dated May 5th, 1909. Great Coon Hunter. W.E. Benchoff of Blue Ridge Summit is a noted coon hunter. Last fall, he caught 31 coons, and the previous year, 49. He says that he has, for 45 years, caught an average of 25 coons a year. This would make a total number of raccoons bagged by him in a quarter of a century 625. It is not to be believed anyone in this section can equal the record. Horse killed, 2 men hurt. A runaway occurred in this place about 1 o'clock last Wednesday afternoon, which resulted in H.W. Hart of Hanover, formerly of this place, and H.H. Hart of near Biglerville, being severely injured, and the horse they were driving killed. The 2 men hired a team from Fleming and Bear to go to Biglerville. They had just left the Diamond and were driving down Carlisle Street when they met an automobile. The animal shied, and Harry Hart touched him with the whip. The animal started down the street at breakneck speed, both men using their strength in endeavoring to stop him, but their efforts were futile. As they reached the Western Maryland Railroad, the train was shifting eastward. The horse collided with the last car, striking it with great force. Both men were thrown out violently, and both received serious injuries. The buggy was badly wrecked, and the horse so severely injured that after staggering down the track about 50 feet to the lumber yard, he died almost instantly. It was a very narrow escape for the men, who are recovering from the shock and wounds. The automobile, at which the horses frightened, was owned by John Hayes of Carlisle. It is said the driver of the car used due precaution in manipulating the machine. Did you know that in the 1900s it was popular to get a portraiture of yourselves and your friends in an automobile? Even if that automobile was a little bit fakey. every day will be Sunday by and by. Sunday and Day are the names of two farmers near Martinton. Sunday has 5 sons, and Day 5 daughters. 3 of the Sunday boys have already married Day girls. The other 2 brothers are courting the remaining sisters. It looks as though every day would be Sunday by and by.
Many people thought the automobile would never replace the horse, but it certainly took the place of the parlor sofa on a Sunday afternoon. Those old cars looked funny, but they struggled along in spite of the horse laughs. Let's all sing about the old olds that's still rolling right along. Now follow the ball.
Young Johnny Steele has an Oldsmobile. He loves a dear little girl. She is the queen of his gas machine. She has his heart in a whirl. Now when they go for a spin, you know, she tries to learn the auto. So he lets her steer while he gets her ear and whispers soft and low, "Come away with me, Lucile, in my merry Oldsmobile. Down the road of life we'll fly, automobile bubbling, you and I. To the church we'll swiftly steal, then our wedding bells will peal. You can go as far as you like with me in my merry Oldsmobile."
They're all like this. A young and pretty schoolteacher once asked her class for an original definition of the word wife. "A wife is a rib," said one little girl. "Wives are guiding stars," said another. "A comforter," said a third. "An inspiration," said a fourth. Altogether, the definitions were rather prosy and commonplace, but finally, a child of 11, smiling archly, said, "A wife is a person for a man to find fault with when things go wrong." "Good!" cried the pretty teacher. "Good! That is the best definition of all, the best and the truest." But that afternoon, on the way home from school, the little girl, whose definition had so pleased her teacher, said, "Are you going to marry that tall, handsome young man I see you with nearly every night?" "Yes," said the teacher. "Well then, if my definition of a wife was true—" "Ah, but dear, with us, nothing will ever go wrong. He says so himself." He stopped the auto. An amusing incident recently occurred on the state road near Stone Jug, this county. It is related by a correspondent to an exchange as follows. 2 men were driving along in a buggy when they saw an automobile coming toward them. They signaled the driver to slack up, but he kept right on coming at full speed. One of the occupants of the buggy then jumped out and picked up a stone about the size of a baby's head, which had quite a persuasive effect as the driver of the auto slowed up and the buggy passed by in safety.